Good morning, everyone. Jace Forster here with Studio 301, and we're coming to you on 107.9 KLKT LP. Today I'm here with Coach Todd Moebes of the Lockhart Lions. How you doing today, Coach?
Good, yourself?
Amazing. So this last Friday we faced the Hayes Hawks at their stadium. We lost that game. What was the score?
Oh, I don't know. I just know we came up short.
Yeah, a little bit short. But what do you think the team struggled with the most in that game?
We just, we had some explosive plays offensively, and then had some penalties that put us in some negative situations, and just couldn't get that good rhythm going until late. I mean, late we were very explosive and got us back into the game. We just got to be more consistency. It's certainly something that we preach, and we just got to be more consistent across the board.
So in that halftime, going into that second half, what was said and what was communicated with the team that changed that whole second half of the game?
I mean, it's just obviously we didn't play as well as we could have. I thought we played well defensively. We ended up getting 3 turnovers in the game, which certainly helped us. But offensively had the ball in the red zone a couple times and struggled to get it in. And yeah. I mean, that's huge. We've got to get in the red zone and got to get points. And I mean, field goals are great, but we've got to be able to score touchdowns, in our league. So, had our chances, just didn't come up with it. And I mean, at halftime, it's just, you got to kind of calm the waters a little bit, and certainly we weren't in the position that we wanted to be in, but, it challenges our character and everything else about being able to climb out of it. I mean, the past is not predictive, and just because it was a poor first half doesn't mean it needs to be a poor second half, and that's really what it is, we got to be able to learn from the past and, change things moving forward, and always preach to them that, we're in control of our own outcomes, and I firmly believe that.
Absolutely. So how are you able to keep them motivated like you always do after every loss that comes up?
I mean, you got to move forward. I mean, it's we can sit there and, kick the can down the road, and all we're going to keep doing is we're going to kick the can. So, I mean, at some point in time, like I said, if we're in control of our outcomes, then we need to be able to change, what we're doing or grab a hold of. We got to be accountable. We got to be responsible for what we're doing. And, I mean, I believe the game of football or any competition is just a microcosm of life. I mean, life's not always going to go your way, and so, we want to go out and play perfect football and win every football game that we play. It's what we plan for, as a coaching staff. It's what we prepare for, all week long. At the same time, if things aren't going our way, I mean, either you can just be somebody that just kicks the can down the road, or you can respond competitively. And, we're always looking for that opportunity to be able to respond the right way. And I thought our football team did at times, and we put ourselves in position to certainly, change this conversation and be something different about a great comeback. Unfortunately, we were unable to finish that product. But, that's what you do. You got to be able to learn from it. You got to be able to move on. So, I sure hope that, the experiences that you go through in competition, no different than any football game, is something that you have to be able to apply to your life. It's got to be able to grow you, make you stronger and everything else. And that's certainly something that we emphasize daily.
During that game, it was the other team's homecoming that game, for anybody that didn't know. So how much of an effect was that homecoming crowd during that game?
I don't think it was that big a deal. I mean, I don't know. I've certainly been in, crowds that have been louder. I don't think it had anything to do with the communication or whatsoever. I mean, everybody's got a homecoming game every single year. And, I mean, it's just kind of the tradition. They happen to choose it during our game. I mean, to me, it's better having more people in the stands than having about 10, I don't think anybody grows up, thinking about wanting to play in front of about 15 people, I mean, they'd rather play in front of thousands and everything else. So, I mean, it's a cool opportunity and a great atmosphere in the arena to be able to go play in.
Yep. Especially seeing how they can keep it strong in that second half and really pick up the pace and be able to get mature out there in a way, seeing that they're a young team. So, what did you feel like during that game was the biggest game changer?
We put ourselves in some pretty bad predicaments, special teams wise. They had a 2 or 3 yard field after a bad snap on a punt. That's just it's tough for anybody. I don't care what level you're playing to be able to defend 3 yards. I think it was more so just the red zone opportunities. They were able to capitalize on theirs, and we weren't able to capitalize on ours. And in the league that we play and the teams that we play against at 5A Division I football, the margin for error is very, very small. And it comes down to being able to win one-on-one. That's what football is. Either we're getting off a block or we're making a block one-on-one. You can make a guy miss, or you're making the tackle. They were able to win the red zone area and then more of the one-on-ones.
So, as a coaching staff, y'all are all very invested in these kids and very invested in this game. How are y'all able to keep yourselves organized and cohesive and stay together during these tough times?
You have the choice to do it. It's I don't know. I don't think of it any other way. I think
Just
we
another
have
Friday night.
I think we just have a great staff that loves kids and loves the game of football, and I think we have a group of guys on our team that love their coaches and love the game. And so I don't know any other choice but to stick together. If anything draws anybody together, then it should be adversity. Everybody's can be their best and happy and joyful whenever things are going your way. True character shows about, what happens to you when things aren't going your way, and so our character certainly got tested the other night. I think at times we kind of let the evil part of our character show, and we've got to be more composed in those moments. And but at the same time, we got to look at it. We got to grow from it. We got to learn from it. We've got to and our open date this week where we have an opportunity to focus on an opponent for the next 2 weeks. And we got 4 very, very tough district games, ahead of us. And so, there's no other choice but to grow closer.
So what can the team learn, all the players and them learn from this game that they can use in the next game?
We'll watch the video. Championship football and championship competitions in the details. We got to go and look and see, how were our details, when it comes to communication, alignment, all the little things, and so, I know it's a pretty cliche that little things go into create big things, and he's exactly right. And for us, not necessarily using the term the little things, it's just all about the details. And so, we have to go and be very detailed in how we coach. We've got to be able to ask our players, questions is, okay, in this situation, what were you seeing? What was being communicated, so that we can have a great comprehension to make sure that what we're trying to teach and coach is being received in the right way. And if there's, any gray area, then we've got to eliminate the gray.
Is there anything else you have to say to, Lockhart or to any of the fans or anything about the players?
I think we got a bunch of fighters, and we have gotten better, and we've had moments where we haven't played well. I thought there were moments, Friday night against Hayes where we did play well. We were very opportunistic and being able to create 3 turnovers that we did defensively, and we were not opportunistic, in the red zone, offensively. Late in the game, we certainly showed some explosive opportunities, and being able to get ourselves back in the game. I thought Evan Estrada had an amazing, onside kick. And, as a coaching staff, we're going to keep trying to find ways to be able to give ourselves a chance to win. I don't know any different. So, in any situation that we've ever been in, I would keep telling our football team whenever I have a chance to be able to meet with them, which sometimes on a Friday night is few and far between. But if I have a group to be able to meet with, I keep telling them, look, I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can score however many points that we need to score, So, that's my mentality. It's how I approach things. We're going to keep keep doing everything we can do to be as aggressive as we can to be able to win a football game, and I thought we put ourselves in position to do that the other night. The onside kick was huge, and then we turned it into points and had a chance to get another onside kick and just, didn't execute that one as good as we should.
And Gage Deutsch did really good on those two catches, that one-hander and then that catch right after that onside kick. That was some big changes in that.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge momentum that that we needed, and it was certainly timely. We had to have it then. We just can't wait till 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter to be able to do some of those types of things. We've got to be able to spread that out, over 48 minutes, and so we certainly have the capabilities, and we're going to watch the video today and learn from it and grow from it, and certainly use this week as a chance to focus on those details that we talked about, and we'll I think that the best is yet to come for this football team, and I mean, there's not a better way to show it in the last 4 games that we're playing. I think 3 of them are ranked in the top 15 and 5A Division I football, and Austin Anderson, who we played second to the last game. I mean, they're loaded offensively and a really, really good football team. We got to go chance to go scout them last week. So, I mean, we've got some huge challenges in front of us, and I know these guys are fighters, and we're going to do everything we can to go knock them off one at a time.
Absolutely. So if there's not anything else you have to say, then all of Lockhart believes in this team. All of us are very passionate about this team and Lockhart football. And there's nothing else you have to say?
Yeah, just we got a big game coming up the 18th, and I know that's our quote-unquote fall break, and we're off school that week, but everybody needs to either come back from vacation or whatever else and be out there 7:30 at Friday. We're playing Pflugerville Weiss. Is going to be
pack up that student section. Absolutely,
be a huge game. So just look forward to everybody coming out and having great energy that we've had at every home game that we played so far this year.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you coming over here.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Lockhart. Go Lions.